Hey everybody, it's Bust with another Path of Champions weekly quest. Today, we're going to be taking on the 4-star Zed, and we're going to be using our 3-star Misfortune. So, to get familiar with the rules of the weekly event, at the game start, the foe summons a Howling Abyss, so they're going to be getting level 2 champions all over the place. At round start, the foe summons an Ephemeral copy of the player's strongest follower that died the last round, and then, of course, the standard vicious enemy. And so, we're going to be taking our Misfortune into this. The idea being we're wanting to get some width, right? We want to be able to block whatever they throw forward in terms of the ephemeral unit they're getting every round. And so we can come out and just block with that powder monkey. And so just kind of in general, Misfortune's units are all garbage anyways. And so I'm hoping to just get kind of like a straight counter spell onto the Sovereign's Domination by using the Misfortune. And then hopefully we can just kind of beat up on these rando champions that they pick up along the way. And so that's the idea. To get you familiar with our Misfortune, she is up to 3 star powers. So at round start, we summon the Powder Monkey, we get the +1 mana, and then when allies attack, we draw a unit. Our champion level is up to 14, so we're making our way through. We get the 2 relics since we're beyond 13. I like to use, when I level up Rally, the big thing that we're going to be using is Misfortune clearing out all of our opposing blockers with the level 2 love tap, whatever the upgraded version is called. And so that really helps her pop off in terms of getting in the big game closing attacks. And then with the common one, we're using Lost Chapter to give us some spell mana back after we spend the 3 mana on the Misfortune. And so that's it. That's who we'll be doing battle with today. Let's head on in, see if we can't take down this Zed. All right. Lots of Demacia stuff. Karma in the middle and Zed at the end. I can't wait to go up against that Karma with full mana as she's generating level 2 champions every turn of the game. Not that bad of a start. And so, in terms of these powers, none of them like really play on theme with Misfortune. The Vanguard Lookouts give us a way to start attacking in the very early game. I guess they give us a way to block our opponent's ephemeral unit that they're going to be generating every turn. But in general, none of these are particularly strong. Let's re-roll and see if we can't find something a little bit better. Again, another fairly weak set. Fast deal is always good. There's nothing wrong with drawing extra cards every turn of the game, but Misfortune kind of naturally draws enough cards with her attack ability putting them in your hand, and so I think we can let the fast deal go. I'm okay with quick draw, given that we can kind of replay those units quickly, but I was really hoping to get a stronger build-around type ability here. Nonetheless, we'll be moving forward. So, when the foe attacks, they summon an ephemeral attacking spiderling. Let me read that again. When the foe attacks, they summon an ephemeral attacking spiderling. Got it. It's not the... I was confused. There's the one that when the foe attacks, they summon an arachnoid horror. And so I was expecting the stronger spider to be coming at us. But here, we could probably hang on to Make It Rain. I suspect we could use it to prevent our opponent's first attack here. Would prefer to have the unit on board before we start making it rain, but we'll see what happens. Alright, opponent picks up a Vile Feast, sure. If we make it rain now, they won't get to attack and get that ephemeral unit. Alright, so opponent gets the Powder Monkey. They're going to be able to get a little bit of chip damage in, but hopefully we can outmaneuver this. Just bring in... It's like, I see these spots and I'm always curious if we can just pass to have the opponent play a unit and then just get them. But we won't be that greedy today. Alright, he comes in with the Skitterer. Easy enough to take it off the board. I assume we're going to trade Powder Monkeys here. And now that we have a Plunder for the turn... Or I guess we'll get the Plunder off the Jagged Butcher. Now that we have a damage for the turn, we can get the upgraded Jagged Butcher on the board. And Poppy. Manageable, I guess. I'm not amped about running into Poppy here, but I think manageable is the right word. So let's wait until he attacks. Ooh, I forgot about that spiderling coming down. Poppy's a little nastier than I was giving her credit for. Oh, just giving impacts everywhere? Oh my god. Okay. Should we go ahead and take her down? Just the monster harpoon's so expensive. We have multiple ways to kind of come after this Poppy next turn. Let's let her just stick around for a minute. We can hit her with the hired gun, and we have Misfortune down, so I think we'll be safe in that sense. Alright, give the strongest enemy vulnerable. Come on down with the Misfortune. Kindred. Yeah. They're just gonna be making sad noises this whole run. Alright though, we'll pull in the Poppy. Don't have great attacks into the Kindred, so we'll have to stop here. Alright, and I'm curious if opponent will actually block with their Kindred now that we can monster harpoon it down. Why does this cost one less from the Nexus? Like, oh, it's from our quick draw. We drew it this turn. Okay, I was like, why is that so much cheaper? Gotcha. We're good. Cool, and he brings in the Kindred block. I appreciate it. All right, so I think we should be, at least in good terms of closing out the game. But we'll have to see what kind of big shenanigans they bring this round. Brood Awakening, that's fine. Not playing any big champions. That's all I was mainly worried about. Okay, so we're gonna block everything this round. So we'll put Misfortune out. We're gonna lose our dude, but it can block a Fearsome. That's fine. Everything else is doing 2 damage, so we'll just get in front of all of them. But reasonable enough spot now, right? We're going to get the Misfortune flip this turn. We'll get to kind of showcase why I like that Misfortune rally thing, as we get to attack 3 times this round. So we'll make our scout attack. I assume he'll block with the hired gun, but we'll get the kill on it. Nope, doesn't even bother. Nautilus, there's a big boy. There's a big boy right there. But we're fine to take this one down. We'll attack with everybody that isn't Misfortune. This is going to get her to flip. When she flips, we rally, and then we'll get in another attack with the... I know it's not Love Tap. It's called something bigger when it's on the 3 damage mode. Bullet Time? Is that what it is? Yeah. Got him. All right, that was a little scary with the Poppy coming down, but I feel like if he hadn't had Poppy, there's not like too many champions that would have been, super scary there. But alrighty, I'm okay to pick up more Island Navigators. It's our only scout unit, and it's fairly important to have scout in this deck. So, welcome aboard. On to the champions. What do we got? Aphelios, always useful, but he starts with the free attack thing, and that makes me a little worried about having him. He's just going to come down and die frequently, but it is going to help us level up the Misfortune, though. If it's our opponent's attack token, and we just play Aphelios, get that attack in, I could definitely see that being a thing, but as we look down here to the right, and we have things like Katarina and the Legion Saboteur, I am just a little bit more... impressed with the more infinite style attacks that you get out of Katarina. So Let's pick up that pile. So I think like in terms of the Misfortune deck, we're good in terms of early game. We just need to get like a good removal spell, and then just maybe we can cut out some of these bad cards. Like I don't really get excited about petty officers. I don't get excited about monkey business, and so maybe we can get those out of our deck at some point. But the next set of nodes, we got a spell chest, which not really amped about with this deck. We have a Grand Plaza, which has a bunch of stuff attached to it. I can pull it up, but I don't think it's gonna really like strike a good memory. And then the healer, which would let us cut something. And I'm leaning more towards just going towards the Grand Plaza. So with that, we get to pick either node. It's the Bright Steel Protector. Round Start gives something barrier, or the Ren Shadow Blade. The foe's units have Nexus Strike, create a Shadow Fiend in hand. I don't think he's going to be getting Nexus Strikes on us, but yeah, let's go for that. I'm like a little bit more concerned that like opponent's just going to like nail a really good level 2 champion and we can't do anything about it. And then he's going to go into the next turn and be like, LOL, our champion has barrier. And it's just going to be doubly challenging to deal with. So I think we'll be okay against Red. Alright, this stuff's all expensive. Let's get rid of everything. Try and find us a 1 or a 2. Found him. Is that Howling Abyss? It's not going away. Alright, well I'm just going to open with the Powder Monkey. I don't have like high hopes for the turn. It's another one of these awkward ones where we have the hired gun, but it can't really do anything. But we did pick up a petty officer off of the attack. I'm just going to go ahead and drop him so we stay mana efficient, and it's going to let us perhaps block their width so they can't summon any of those Shadow Fiends. Alright, I was going to say, so we're 1 wider than the opponent. So we should be able to come in here and just kill everything. I do want to lose the Powder Monkey, though. There we go. There's no reason to block with Bird. So now we can get the Jagged Butcher down on the cheap. Or not on the cheap, but with the bonus stats. Alright, so it's like I'm leaning towards dropping Make It Rains this turn. We picked up a Saboteur for free, so we got a little bit of time before we decide what we have to do. Oops, let's pull the Make It Rain back. Let's just get Katarina on board.
No going back.
Alright, if the Make It Rain's not getting all that value, we can play it a little slow. Alright, big attack coming in. Feels good. Hitting them for a little less than 1,000. closer to 1,000 than 1,000,000, though. So, it's all relative. It's all a matter of perspective. Got an Ezreal. Okay. Nothing we can do about him, but maybe we'll be able to like punch in damage and stuff before he actually attacks. Does block with Ezreal, but not enough to get a kill. Getting all these Furies and then just immediately losing it. Sad day. Game's got to be tough like that. Alright, so we didn't get Misfortune down. So if we're wanting to make plays with like the Island Navigator and Misfortune, we can't do it this turn. Next turn we could play both Misfortune and Katarina, though, if we want to drop an Island Navigator here. The other perk to Misfortune is she's just going to give us all the spell mana back. And so I'm curious if we can't just lethal this turn. If we say Might a unit. Let's see. Let's start trying to take that path.
Flames and carnage. Courage masks the heart from fear.
Nothing but powder monkey.
And Teemo.
Nothing like the stink of blood.
Oh, you're just already attacking with stuff? These dum-dums get free attack? That's annoying. That's annoying right there.
Let's get to it.
Is that about where we have to stop? Not as strong as I wanted it to be. He's going to get a Jagged Butcher block onto the hired gun, but at least we get to take down the Ezreal. Maybe we... If we're going to be real, we're never realistically going to get this Misfortune to flip. So let's just go ahead and attack with her.
Say your farewells.
And we're not anywhere near a lethal this round. That's okay. We get to clear out most of his board. We could just switch to monster harpooning the Teemo now.
The crowd writes the songs. I just sing them.
Yeah, it's scary leaving Seraphine up, but I think he's gonna like mostly be units. I don't think we're gonna see a lot of the Seraphine shenanigans that we're getting in Constructed.
The future is steel and science.
Nothing but powder monkeys.
Okay. He's playing stuff. I don't particularly care about it. It is a little worrisome with Victor on board, but we're about to get some decent attacks. Maybe, though, we just attack with Katarina. Maybe we don't attack with anybody. Let's see what he does. Let's say let's see if we can't react to his thing first. Now that we know we don't have to take damage this round, we can pretty safely get these additional attacks in. Alright, that looks like a lethal. Neg Nan into Nan. Gets him to 0. Good stuff.
Fortune smiles.
Alright, so anything here? Everything's pretty expensive. I was hoping to pick up, cheaper things. I can get behind a Genevieve just as another high-powered scout unit, but I'm not... It's like right on the border of being like, this is just not good enough to keep, but you can save the reroll for a little bit later. Genevieve has at least some nice combos in our deck. She's good with width and she has scout, and so I think I'm okay with that. And so we can train, which adds challenger to a unit from our deck. We can recruit, which adds 4 copies of this Dauntless Vanguard to our deck, which is typically not something I'm going to be that interested in, but he's free, right? He's got refill your mana equal to my cost. And then Pay Respect gives you a Dead Allies card. Not particularly interested in any of these. And so this is kind of close, right? Katarina with Challenger is kind of interesting, right? We're getting those quick attack challenges every round with Katarina every time we play her. But, man, I can't pass up on this free Dauntless Vanguard. It seems too good to me. Okay, so up top, we do have a champion item chest if we want to battle the Unscarred Reaver, a shop in the middle where we're a little light on money at this point, and then a gold chest, which I rarely want. So let's go up to the Unscarred Reaver. This can be a tough one for Misfortune since they have the Scar Grounds, right? Their units get 1 health, and then they create the Scar Grounds, so the love taps get negated very quickly, but I want that champion item chest. I'm not giving up on it. We can win this without Misfortune if we have to. Okay. reasonable enough start. Probably a little greedy to hang on to Katarina at the beginning. She says, I'm here to party, dude. I'm here to battle. No mulliganing me away. Alright, so we'll go ahead and open attack. I'm not certain if they have a ton of early plays, but getting these Jagged Butchers down with the bonus stats feels kind of good. They got the Fearsome so they can attack through the Reaver.
This land is ours. None will threaten Demacia. I will hold the line.
Pretty cool playing free units. All right, now is where the decision time comes in, right? Are we gonna go for the Misfortune? I think I'm okay with it. Like, if he wants to spend his entire turn 4 just playing the Scargrounds, I think I'm pretty good with it. Let's start the level ups. All right, he didn't go for the Scarground here. So, a thing to watch out for as we battle against the Reavers is with the Love Tap, you're going to deal damage to the Unscarred Reaver, then it's going to be able to deal damage back to you. The other thing to watch out for is, say we attack with the Island Navigator, and he blocks with an Unscarred Reaver, we're going to quick attack 2 damage into it, and then it's going to get to hit back. So here, if we attack with the Island Navigator with Misfortune on the board, he blocks with the Reaver is going to take 1 from the Misfortune, then it's going to have 2 attack. It's going to take the 2 damage from the Navigator, then it's going to be a 4/3, and then come back and kill her. And so we do have to watch out just a little bit for that kind of thing. But I think we're still like worthy to be attacking here. We can give up on our scout units if we need to, since we have Katarinas now.
Try me, I dare you.
You see what I'm saying? The Reaver went up to the 6th attack there and killed our Island Navigator on the way back. Oh, that's booty. What? Just summoning a scout unit. F you, dude. That's not fair.
Don't. Get bloody, get paid.
All right. Well, what can we block? Get Misfortune down here on the end. The Alawi's the worst block that we're going to have. We're going to take a bunch of Overwhelm from her. All right, but we should be getting our Misfortune flip next turn. Hopefully doing something cool with that. I'm just going to go ahead and Harpoon Alawi. Like, I'm not excited about this, but we're going to need to get her off of the board, and it's going to take a bit of work. All right, there's the Scarground. So let's see how these mathematics are going to start panning out. We can attack into Alawi with Genevieve and not lose her. That's a pretty good start, so we should be able to take down the Alawi on our 2nd attack here. All right, I'm on board. And then our next attack will also be flipped with the Misfortune. So we can worry about the Scargrounds a little bit less, knowing that Misfortune's just going to start killing this stuff, right? So let's attack with everybody else. We're going to get a fresh rally out of this. But, you know, we're out of mana, so we can't do a ton of exciting plays. We'll still have Genevieve on the board, ready to challenge something else down, but let's see how opponent reacts.
Not my first gunfight.
Okay. The important thing here is he boosted this tough unit in the middle, which I just do not care about. Oh, why didn't we kill Alawi, though. Did he protect Alawi there? I might have missed that. I thought we were still going to have Genevieve on the board.
Guns blazing. Bad.
Alright, fine. Oh, I know what it is. I know why that's all messed up now. It doesn't deal 3 damage, it deals 1 damage 3 times. Okay. It all makes sense now. Hopefully we don't take too much here. Island Navigator will give us 2 blockers. A little worried about this Overwhelm and the Ruthless Raider, but... that's gross. That's a little on the gross side.
Who's on top of the bounty board today?
Earthside, bring the storm! Cross and shield!
Okay, and then he pulls the big health over to the Genevieve. That makes sense. We're getting domed. We're taking quite a bit. Oh shit, he just had another... Oh man. I feel like we're throwing this away. I misplayed how our misfortune worked, and now we're like really suffering the consequences. I was thinking that she just did 3 damage and not this 1 damage 3 times. But we should still be reasonably okay. We can attack here. This is gonna hit for... Oh shit, we don't have Misfortune on the board yet. Gotta get Misfortune down. Then we can attack. This will hit for 5. Then we can look to play Katarina and Might. And that should probably be enough to end the game. Guess we could technically just Might right here. But he's blocked with the big boys. He didn't block with the Mystic. Okay. All right. Well, the love taps will get him now. Just 3 to the face will be enough. But that was tough. I got so confused as to why our units weren't doing what I wanted. It makes sense to stop and read your cards every once in a while. I'm just so used to Constructed where it's like, Misfortune slipped, this game's done. Alright, well, let's see if we can't recover out of this. We'll probably just get the free card Katarina coming in, and everything will be fine from there. Okay, so how do we feel about these? I think I want the Sharpened Resolve. It's not like the greatest combat trick, but we tend to have that amount of spell mana frequently because of our Misfortune. Summoning the Poro is kind of meh. These are otherwise fairly weak. I don't want to stack a bunch of Make It Rains into our deck. They just don't kill enough in these higher level adventures. And then Shunpo is a good rally, but we already have the Katarina to cover off on the rallies, so we'll just take the combat trick. On to the champion chest. What do we got? You just see him and you hope. You hope you hit that refill my mana after you play Katarina, but we didn't see it here. I'm leaning towards just picking up Challenger on Misfortune so that we can hopefully get her involved a little bit more in combat. All right, on to the healer. Give me some healing. I'm going to purchase the big one. Go all the way up to full. Karma can just be like a little bit scary if we have a slow draw, and she's able to spend her 10 mana a little bit better than we can. Alright, so what do we got? I'd rather just like mulligan for champions here, or scout units, but Genevieve is so expensive. I guess the perk to Genevieve is that she should be able to come down and then just immediately kill Karma. Pretty big board, pretty big board.
The Yordle here's with me.
So we'll play the Vanguard, he's free. Opponent's gonna play Karma, that's what they do. is she so big? She's got all the big items here. I was not expecting her to have 8 health. Okay. Let's add Misfortune. Add Genevieve.
I'll defend these forests to the end.
We get to start out just... Oh, it's not even our attack token. F me. Alright. we'll get our shit together eventually. We'll get it together eventually. So here, hopefully we make it rain onto the Green Glade duo. Otherwise, I mean, I think we're okay. With all this mana and the Katarinas, we can pull off quite a bit of shenanigans. Alright, a little sloppy, but not the scariest turn we've had to deal with. So what I'm kind of thinking here is we're not going to get to attack like 4 times this turn, but I don't want to be attacking with Genevieve into the stuff that she can't kill. And so I think we can attack with our scout units. I want our opponent to like block with their good stuff. We'll see if he just like throws a block in with the Dauntless Vanguard or what. But Jarvan is a accepted block. We picked up a second Island Navigator. I think we want to add it to the board. Right, we're not going to rally this turn. We're going to rally next turn.
Every wave is a path. Let the bloodshed begin.
Didn't hit anything too exciting in there. But we get this free attack with Misfortune. She can take down the Green Glade duo. I definitely want to be killing Karma here.
Belong to us.
So we're going to hook her in with Genevieve. The game will quit lagging. There we go. Now, Katarina's definitely attacking. These other ones, though, we probably want to come in with. Though, well, not Draven's biggest fan. He doesn't do anything. Oh, we have the Blade's Edge. Okay, I'm on board now. We're good. We're good. This looks nice and strong. Now that we can chain Katarina twice in a turn, we should be over with here. We can play Katarina, attack with a scout. That'll give us another attack, make a normal attack, and then play Katarina twice. Just get like a 100 attacks in the next turn. I think we're safe. I wanna trade the. Oh shit. Less safe now. he can Genevieve into Misfortune, but
We'll bring peace to Ionia, whatever the cost.
I want to
Let the blood
take back our healing and cut a card. I don't think it's too greedy. Oh, it's gonna let us attack. I'm just curious if we can't get him to make a mistake in terms of this this Genevieve. See if he blocks with it.
Shine with me.
Nope. Worth a shot. What are you doing? What are you doing, opponent? Okay, well. Misfortune, she's going to deal 3, but then we can Blade's Edge to get to 4, so she'll just outright win this combat.
to the point.
Okay. Wow. Well, I feel like, given that opponents pass, we probably could just sit here and start adding more cards to the board, but I'm not going to risk it that hard. That's a tough one. We start, doing stuff, and then the AI snaps a little bit and says, "Oh, nah, man, I'm gonna, I'm gonna do this a little bit different now." Okay.
This might hurt.
We should be safe to be getting wins now, though. See, now Jarvan's attacking. Like, I don't... I don't know, man. You just change the board a little bit, and the AI says, "Nah, I'm gonna do this a little different now. I'm gonna do it just a little different."
Let the bloodshed begin.
Guns blazing.
All right, but there's a lethal. Good job. Made it out of there. Yeah, we didn't take any damage that game. I guess we could have safely cut a card instead of heal, but you know, a lot can go weird and a lot can go wrong when Karma starts off at 10 and we don't know what kind of champions they're going to be picking up. And so if it would have been like that Scargrounds game to where instead of showing Jarvan, he shows something like Udyr and gets to blast us with the big overwhelm, and we're going to be regretting not taking that heal. Okay, so Last Breath Rally, always exciting, but not with this collection of champions, right? These champions are... Katarina's never dying, Misfortune shouldn't be dying, so we'll let that one go. I'm kind of interested in the barrier. That should at least work with Misfortune. I think we'd rather stack Misfortune than Katarina here, and so if we can get her into combat a little bit sooner, sounds good to me. And with these, round start stun the strong enemies fine. We struggle a little bit against strong enemies, so I think that's going to be okay. Now, we could look to take on the Mage Seeker. This is one of the kind of like middle ground style vicious enemies, but I don't feel like our deck is very good. Like I feel like a lot of the times when you're doing battle against the vicious enemies, it's kind of like a win more state, or you just have this random good matchup. And this deck just has like a lot of power to, you know, spew on us and blow up, and I'm not really willing to risk it. I don't think there's like too many random relics that would make me want to jump in that route. And so up against the finest Demacian Steel, when the foe summons an elite, you grant it +2/+1. The classic battles up against the elites. So here I'll hang on to the Vanguard. He's, you know, a nice cheap body, assuming he gets to come down, but otherwise we need to look for our champions.
Who approaches?
I'm actually here.
Hey, you there!
Okay. Oh, it's actually more damage on the Cythria. Okay, so we'll block. This will open us up to dropping a monkey business. Not the most exciting plays, but you know. We'll do what we can. Get that point of damage in.
None will threaten Demacia.
All right, free dude on board. Now we can hired gun, get a decent combat. A little worrisome what a opponent's starting to bring forth. No reason to attack with the Vanguard. It's just gonna get blocked by the monkey. Okay, I think kind of like, you know, there's a little bit of upside on this board with opponent having the Howling Abyss and them getting the Powder Monkey. Well, I guess the Powder Monkey kind of cancels a little bit, but I was thinking in terms of this for Demacia, right? He wants to for Demacia and make his units gigantic, and we kind of cancel that a little bit. So I'm going to drop Misfortune now. Just try to dissuade the opponent from attacking here. Did not dissuade.
I know what I'm doing.
But this still looks good. Oh, Misfortune doesn't get to kill Annie? Oh, and stun the blocker.
My kind of
It's kind of lame. Alright, well, we'll block the 4/1 instead. Then we're pretty close to popping off. We're not going to lethal next turn, but we could start to look to getting a flipped Katarina, and then having Genevieve next turn. Like, we have some options here. Our mana is pretty lacking. That's what's really getting us. I think we're going to just be stuck with the Wave Rider. Then we can still hook something with Misfortune, but It's not that exciting. And then we don't have to... Well, the Powder Monkey's just going to die. I was going to say we don't have to send in the Powder Monkey, because then we won't have a dead unit, but we're going to have a dead unit. So might as well send it in.
Try me, I dare you.
Monsters still lurk in Demasia's every shadow.
Okay, picks up Vayne.
That's a bit better.
See if he starts knowing he can tumble these stunned units into combat. Pull the old constructed plays on us. Oh, a Vi? Ew. She's going to be dealing some damage.
I need more hands.
I mean, if... Oh, God. And say if we really want, we can look to, like, harpoon our own unit, but if he's tumbling and we get the choice, we can take her down with a might. And so, don't get too confused here. This is a unit that has tough. I'm not sure why the tough armor... There it is. It must have just been a visual thing. I was like, I'm not sure why the tough armor rolled away, but it's certainly there. So don't mess up your block here, just based on that visual. So we're taking 5, fine.
Let the bloodshed be.
Let's add Katarina. Hopefully nothing else too crazy happens this turn. Here's the good block with Katarina. We win this block. Can't block with Misfortune. She's just going to die. But I don't want to take any more damage. Okay.
Violence solves everything.
Still pretty short of getting this Misfortune flipped, though. It's a real bummer, dude. That's a real bummer.
Every wave is a path. To the field.
Alright, so I just want to get some attacks in. We need to get this Misfortune flipped. We can attack with this bad unit, get it off of the board. We can attack again with the Powder Monkey. Really curious as to why opponent would block with Vayne. Does give us an opportunity to hook the Vayne down with Misfortune now. But interesting decision. Still scary though. I don't know if this deck has combat tricks in it or not. We're gonna do some hoping and dreaming here though. Okay, we got the Vayne takedown.
Approaching the battlefront.
So we got a 0-cost unit in the Butcher. The Vanguard is going to be free. We're going to get to drop Monkey Business to make sure we get an extra person on board. Now, hopefully, we don't have to take any more damage.
Don't blink or you miss me.
Maybe should have waited till he got into combat, right? Now he's able to add an additional unit to the board. A little bit of whoopsies, but not the end of the world. Now we can block with everything that isn't Misfortune. Even let us keep our scout unit. That was generous. Alright, we certainly got a lot of work to do now, though. We have to decide if we want to add Katarina now. It's just, like, we're going to lose out on one attack anyways. And so I think we want to do this. Like, we can add Katarina. That's going to give us a rally. We can attack with Misfortune. This is going to be a free hook and kill. We can attack with Katarina. We don't have to attack with Katarina, but I think this is okay. Just start getting that chip damage in. And then ideally we're going to be able to finish this off with just these misfortune hooks. Right? We'll get 3 damage in on the scout attack, 3 damage in on the normal attack. We can attack twice with Katarina. These should be enough angles to get us to lethal. Alright, well, nothing out there misfortune will kill. Interesting block. Our unit survives this one. I was a little worried about this attack because we were going to be losing our dude. Oh my gosh, we just got so many attacks. I guess we'll just keep going. Just keep sending it. Blasting. Just get in there and blast them. Okay. Alright, now we've got him down to 2. We can just open attack here. We have more misfortunes in our hand. I think that'll do it. Alright, so not the cleanest of kills, but still a kill at the end of the day. That Vi was the kind of scary thing coming at us. I was really worried about the Vi punching us for like 10 damage. Good stuff. So what do we got here? Legion Saboteurs are what I'm leaning towards. It's nice when we get to play these for free. Upgrading its stats feel kind of decent. Into the item chest. What do we got? More Sharpened Resolves? Yeah. We'll pick up these Vanguards. This is the kind of real bonus to unit that we would like to upgrade. Into the shop. What's the power? Vanguard Lookouts don't really want. In terms of this other stuff, double ups, meh. Give it all. Kind of like, but yeah. The Booger Leader is always interesting in these Misfortune decks, given that it gives us a way to get a free attack, but I'm not, like, amped about this one. I think what I want to do is just, like, we've got these 2 rerolls. Let's reroll the powers. Spells cost 1 less. We don't have a ton of spells. Make It Rain, Monkey Business, Might, the Katarina Blade's Edges, Sharpened Resolve, Monster Harpoon. It's not terrible. Let's just go ahead and take the Spell Slinger. I think I want this 1 copy of Trifarian Glory Seeker, so we'll just ideally draw it every game. Just want 1 copy, though. I don't want to stack it in our deck. And then the decision is, do we want the Buru Leaders to get more Misfortune attack activations? And I think it's just probably unnecessary at this point, right? It's a little bit different than Katarina in that it lets the units stick around on board, but I'm not excited about this one. Let's spend a reroll, see if we got anything else cool in here. Always cool with the Fielder Rushes, but I've got this opportunity to stack Legion Saboteur. Getting a 4/3 for 0 mana is pretty good. Pretty good. I at least want to add 1 copy in so it gets the item attached to it. How many does that give us? 5? 5 is enough. We can stop there. Maybe we want 1 more. Okay, 6. We'll stop at 6. So, onto this next set. Get the information out of the screen. I don't really want to go to this shop, right? We just spent all of our money. We can go up north to the spells chest. I don't think this is a terrible battle, right? Round start, the foe creates an exact fleeting copy of the least expensive unit in their hand. Not entirely certain how this will sequence, but it would be pretty cool if they're just adding powder monkeys to their hand. Right? Right, if our powder monkey's going to die and then they're going to get a they're going to get a the cheapest unit copy. Maybe it'll work out.
Explosives primed.
Oh shit, we had 2 mana. I get into constructed mode every once in a while. It's okay, but a little sloppy.
I have my orders.
In with the Saboteur. Take the takedown on LeBlanc. Please and thank you.
Face me.
Get in there for the Furies. Nick Fury's best friend, Legion Saboteur. It's in the Marvel lore if you're not familiar with it.
No prey.
Misfortune, I know about that. I know about that. So he's gonna be attacking. We're just gonna have to get. We don't have to take all of it. We can block with the Saboteur and Sharpened Resolve. Okay.
Who's on top of the bounty board today?
I think I'd rather lose the hired gun than lose the Saboteur. So do we take 2 damage? All right. What you got for us, game? More free Saboteurs? Sure.
Explosives primed.
I don't want to harpoon down this Jeweled Protector. I think we should probably save the harpoon just for a high quality champion.
Soon understand my methods.
It's a big mentor.
They'll never see it coming. Behind ya.
Not my first gunfight.
Okay, so we lose all of our Saboteurs, but we pretty much empty out their board. So again, hopefully we can just say Monster Harpoon whatever their champion is and then be a little bit safer for next turn. Maybe we'll finally draw a Misfortune or something. There she is.
Where there is life, there is hope.
Let's go ahead, just go ahead and get that on out of here. And then I don't think we want to add any more units to the board. We'll see if he attacks, but I want to have the 3 spaces on board for the 2 scout units and the Misfortune. Doesn't attack. All right, not a big deal. All right, should be pretty close to lethal this turn.
Hey there, little one.
Tom Kench is not ideal. Don't have great answers to him right now. But opponent doesn't seem that interested in winning the games. We got that going for us as well.
This is our way.
Guns blazing.
Let's hook Misfortune out to the end. It doesn't help us get a good Might, but we can just play Might on a normal unit and get 3 damage in. Got him. GG.
That's how we do things in Bilgewater.
Anything cool? Not the greatest. The quick attack on the hired gun isn't terrible. Let us get a little bit of early board control if we don't draw our champions. I think that's fine. There was that obedient Drakehound that loves to attack with all of our free attacks, but we'll pass. Now this, we don't have to take any of these. The thing I'm not sure about is if Zed starts with Phage, right? If we're able to Brittle Steel Zed, that's incredibly powerful, but if Zed starts with Phage and has 4 health and we can't take him down, then it's not nearly as good. I'm going to take it. You know, I don't know if it's going to be as good as we want, but we'll try our best. And then I'm not sure what this currently owned 10s mean. I thought we had like 7 earlier, but you know, if it comes down to healing to full or healing 7, I guess we can heal to full. We got the gold for it. Alright, on to Zed. So, if the player's Nexus took damage this round, the foe's unit strikes it. So if you don't block both halves of Zed, then Zed will send the Nexus strike at you and flip. I'm pretty sure he starts with Phage, but we'll see. See if these brittle steels are everything they're cracked up to be. Oh, he does not. He has speed wraps. Is that what that is? Studded leather. All right, well, we're going to block.
Explosives primed.
RIP Saboteur. But we're primed and ready to take him down next turn. The misfortune with the barrier hook is enough, so we should be pretty strong after that.
None will threaten Demacia.
Hey there, little one.
Irelia. Okay. So yeah, like we're definitely just going to bring in Zed. I don't want to leave him around and just count on our ability to stun him. And so we'll definitely try and take him down with Misfortune. Let's go ahead and try and kill Irelia as well. The rest of our attacks aren't very good, but the Powder Monkey is, of course, free.
Moving into sight.
All right, well, I'm feeling better now. Like you made it past that initial hump of Zed problems. Do have to worry about whatever shenanigans he has in terms of these level 2 champions, but we just got the big problem dealt with. So I saw this challenger come in as well, and I was like, yeah, that's not good. But looks like we survived it.
The ocean whispers her secrets. You've made your path.
Oh, hang on. When I kill an enemy, I strike the weakest enemy. I gotta remember how these pike things work and him just killing everything we have. I think this is okay. Maybe we just take the pike damage. That's a scary one. It was like, I was like, Pike is, Pike isn't anything to worry about. He needs 15 damage to flip and he'll never hit it. And I was like, oh, he's he's gonna be leveling up on his own. Katarina, beautiful.
Showtime.
Try me, I dare you.
Sure. Needed the space on our board anyways.
A deal in coins and carnage. Back in the game.
So we'll drop in Hired Gun. We'll bring in Katarina. I'm going to take Echo down. I don't want him on the board. This game, things can still go wrong, but we must say we are in pretty commanding control right now. Blade's Edges are free because of our Spell Slinger. We can take down the Powder Monkey. Now we get these really strong attacks. And we'll get to bring in the flipped Katarina shenanigans next turn. I think we're good.
Solves everything.
See how we can ruin that. He's gonna be like, it's Ornn. Shyvana is little scary in that she has that strike thing that she generates, the single combat she generates, but see how much opponent cares.
Our way.
All right, scouts coming in. The big deal now is we got that misfortune flip to happen, and so if he blocks with Shyvana, we can Blade's Edge her and then just have the Lonely Poro actually take her down. Doesn't seem interested in attacking though.
All in the shoulders.
Okay. We can refill with bigger units now.
Reinforcements!
Now the Shyvana attack happens. Okay.
Not my first gunfight.
None will threaten Demacia. They picked the wrong row.
All right, well, let's attack and stuff. Take him so close to lethal. So close. One short. But I think it's fairly safe to say now. I think at this point, one could admit we've got this one won. Victory is about to be ours. I'm gonna go out with some style though. I'm gonna do this with the powder monkey. This is the way to do it. Okay. What's this? Where are you at, Katarina? Come on board. Ooh, Shyvana Part 2. Blade's Edge onto the Powder Monkey for the last breath win. GG, go out with some style. And so GG, not a bad set of victories. This is a fairly RNG heavy run to where the opponent's just getting that constant value out of the Howling Abyss and then gets the bonus unit. But I think Misfortune was, maybe not the most high-powered way to go about it, but I feel like we had a game plan. And the Powder Monkeys, shutting down the opponent's ephemeral advantage and then giving them bad units while we're at it. It was a nice counterpiece to what the opponent should be using as a strength. And so, Misfortune, rarely one of the top champions in the game, but a pretty powerful choice for this week's adventure. And so, that's going to do it for us today. I had fun with this. I hope you did too. That's going to do it. And so, hope everyone learned a thing or two along the way and had a good time watching. This is Bust, and we thank you for being here.